Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a footpod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a footpod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a footpod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a footpod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since, and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Right, good evening, welcome along. We have 50 seconds to go before the start of the workout, and my treadmill will not connect. Welcome along if you're here to watch the structured workout for the Zwift Run Academy. We will get going at some stage. Hold on a second. So that's treadmill off and on again. I've turned Bluetooth off and on again. So I'm just hoping that my treadmill connects, because if my treadmill doesn't connect, then we do actually have a problem, because I can't actually move. I'd have to go and find a foot pod from somewhere. We are going to miss the start. It does say it's connected, but then when I start the treadmill, we don't move, which is not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Everyone else has started. Carol started. I'm standing on the start line doing nothing. and I'm wondering why that is. I've turned the treadmill off and on again. Christoph Hermans, good evening. Tina Beard, good evening. Carol, good evening. I am not moving. And we're 30 seconds in, and I have a problem. I was here very early. I had no issues. Like, I'm not late. You know, maybe I'll just restart Zwift, shall I? Let's just restart Zwift from scratch. And fingers crossed the treadmill will connect this time. This is the first time for a long time I've had this much issue. Normally, you just turn the treadmill off, turn it on again, and it connects. If that doesn't work, you turn Bluetooth off and on again on the computer, and that normally sorts it. Or a combination of both of those things in different orders normally does it. Christoph says that it might need a firmware update. Why is that, Christoph? Do you know something that I don't know? Amy Green, hello to you. Hope you're well. Up there in Nottingham, or near Nottingham. Yeah. First time for a while I've had a complete non-start. But we'll log in again and I'll see if I can get it going. Classic Zwift tech issues here. But let's see what happens now. Search. There's the Myron. Now the Myron is at the top of the list finally. So that might now mean that we can go. Right, now I'm not getting a... Oh no, it's going to tell me I can't join it. There's no late join, is there? I bet there's no late join. Damn it. We might have to do a different workout. But what we could do is, if I don't get a late join come up in a second, which it doesn't look like I'm getting... Mind you, I've got... there's nobody else on the track, is there? Oh, there's somebody. I'm not getting a late join, am I? Sebastian, hello to you. No, and also the treadmill still isn't moving anyway. The treadmill still isn't moving. So, we're not paired. What is going on? What is going on now? Treadmill is not connecting at all. Even though it says it's connecting. This is a problem that I know a lot of people have had, and I've just not had it. I am not doing Breaking Point, Tina. I am not doing Breaking Point. Not tonight. Not tonight. Christoph says, sometimes 3 to 4 days after a new Zwift update, my avatar does not run either. Darren Smith says, Stephen, what would you say to someone who says that treadmill running isn't legitimate training because it isn't done outside? I'd say they don't know what they're talking about, to be fair. Without going into too much detail, they clearly aren't a runner and have no idea what they're talking about, or they clearly have no idea of treadmill running and have never done that before. But I'm not going to go in too deeply into that, Darren, because I have my own little issues here. We have a severe lack of Bluetooth. My treadmill is just not connecting at all to Zwift. I've turned Bluetooth off. You can see the top there that Bluetooth is off. There's a little thing up there. If we unpair that, now we go back to Bluetooth. Bluetooth settings, where are they? There they are. Turn Bluetooth back on. And let's see if anything appears. This is very, very strange. Nothing is coming up, is it? No treadmill. Right, so now let's turn the treadmill off and on again. Okay, Tina says she's only doing the first half of Breaking Point. That's all right then. 1st of October 2021, the day Stephen broke the internet and his Bluetooth treadmill connection. Stephen Smith says, I've had connection issues on and off for a while now. I feel your pain. Well, the thing is, I haven't. What I have had is a couple of crashes recently. Yeah, try waking up your devices. Yeah, thanks for that. Nothing, is there? I don't know what to do. I'm now completely stumped. Right, maybe I'm not completely stumped. Let's turn the computer off and then on again, shall we? That's the next option, isn't it? Is to turn the computer right completely off and on again. I can't get my phone's not here. Darren says you can still use your Stride. Actually, do you know what though? I've got my Stride on, and that's not connecting either. That's interesting. My Stride is not connecting either. My Stride is on my foot, and it's not connecting. Let's close Zwift again, and then let's restart Zwift one more time. I'm not gonna stand here forever playing here. Sometimes things just don't work. Victoria ran earlier today, and it was perfectly fine. And that was about 3 hours ago. Victoria ran on the treadmill, and it was fine. So I don't know what's happened between now and 3 hours ago. Tina Beard says try the Noble Pro. Well, I might do in a minute, but I'd like to get this sorted first. I know you all just want to see me run and suffer, don't you? But when it gets like this, then I start to get nervous about why I'm... Right, now that's got everything there. The Noble Pro, the Stride, and the MyRun are there. Let's see if we get ticks, right? All connected, it says, doesn't it? Heart rate, and we have heart rate. You can see 65 beats per minute. So I'm going to click OK. I'm going to click Run. And then let's see if the treadmill actually starts the avatar starts moving. Well, if it does, then we can go and choose a workout and do a workout. Right, we have finally got me moving. Okay. Darren says, clearly you need to have a chat with your wife. Yeah. Right, so why that has taken so long, I don't know. Right, okay. 30 minutes. Actually, no. Now, what we were going to do is we were going to look at the Zwift Run Academy. So there's the Zwift Run Academy there. Look, 2021 at the top, where my mouse is going under. So let's just open that and see what there is. Orientation workouts. There we are. So the Zwift Academy orientation run. This is what I was going to do just now. So let's do it anyway. But just on my own with you guys watching. So we've got the workout that we were going to do. We're just not in a group. That's all. Okay, so 10.5 kilometers per hour. And that's what we're starting off at. It's a half an hour run. We've got 8 minutes of warm-up. So we are moving. We're off. Finally. Let's put the fan on. Think of today as a taster of structured training alongside a sneak peek of what's to come for this year's academy. So I hope you've all watched the Zwift Run Academy video from Berlin. It's an 18-minute long video telling the story of the guys and girls who ran the Berlin Marathon as part of the Zwift team last weekend. So I hope you all saw that. And if you want to do something like that next year, then you need to join the Zwift Academy Run Program for 2021. So sign up. When you log into Zwift, there should be an option to sign up to the Run Academy. So do that. Amy says, yeah, you've got it working. And Tina says, hooray! Just passing Dax Diesel. And then you get to do things like this for the next 4 weeks. It is, or is it 8 weeks? When does it finish? I can't remember now. We have a set of structured workouts for you to do. And they look a bit like this. So you get instructions. I know you've got me on the camera now, but if you just look to the top right there where it says Zwift, that's the Zwift screen. And it'll come full view in a minute. There we go. So you can see it has instructions coming up in the middle. Whether that be improving your 5k time, a boost in fitness, or a spot on the ZA Run team, we're going to help you get after it. So stuff like that happens in the middle of the screen. And if you look on the top left, those are all the instructions for the full workout. It tells you what speed you're going to be going for, how long you're going to run for. And that's a structured workout in a nutshell. It basically guides you through the whole workout to get you moving on your treadmill, moving on Zwift, and through the Zwift Academy Run program. Amy, no, you don't need cadence for every single run. The only run that you need to have cadence for is the first and the last tester runs. So I think there's going to be like a test run at the beginning and a test run at the end. Now, having said that, if you haven't got anything, then that is a problem. I don't know if there are any run pods available online, or if anyone's got one they can send Amy. I've completely ran out. I used to have a box of them that I would give away to people. But I haven't had any left for a while, Amy. If anybody's got a spare run pod that they can send to Amy for cadence. What did you used to use, Amy? Before you got your new treadmill, what did you use then to run on Zwift? Tina says they are in stock in the Zwift shop. I don't know how quick they can get them to you. Right, just under 3 minutes left of our warm-up, and then we get into some short strides. Quick pace, very short length of time. Jeff Partridge has said, I'll see if I've got one hanging around. It'll be a Garmin Ant Plus foot pod if he has. I don't know how Amy connects. I think Amy connects on her iPad, doesn't she? So it's a very short workout. It's less than half an hour. So less than half an hour of work, and we're already 6 minutes in. 2 minutes to go of the warm-up. As you can see, during the warm-up, the pace increases ever so slightly each few hundred meters. Steve Smith says, how many runs a week do you have to do in the Zwift Academy? If I'm honest, I don't know, Steve, but I think it's probably only one a week. I think there's one new workout every week. Don't quote me on that, though. Right, so up to 12 kilometers per hour now. You can see we've got 2 sets of strides, 20 seconds each coming up at 15.4 and then 17 kilometers an hour. Now, don't panic if that seems way too fast for you or indeed way too slow. Every workout is tailored to your own pace. So the more you run on Zwift, the more it will recognise the kind of paces that you run, and it will set each workout to a speed that is manageable for you, or a speed that just takes you out of your comfort zone a little. So it won't be too easy and it won't be too hard. Okay, get ready to turn it up. So we're going to do 20 seconds at 15.4. Here we go. And then after these 20 seconds, we're going to increase the pace to 17 kilometers per hour. Okay, so that's the first little bit of hard work. So we'll recover for a minute or so, and then we'll do that again. And then we've got a 2-minute walk. Amy? Yeah, a USB dongle and plus dongle and a Garmin foot pod. They'll connect and give you cadence. Yeah, maybe your watch can give you cadence, Amy. That's a possibility. Christoph says yes, it's 1 workout a week, but you can do as many as you like because they will all be in the workout folder as well. So you don't have to wait for the organised group runs. Okay, here we go with that again. 15 and then 17. Right, now it wants us to walk for 2 minutes. So we're going to walk. Right, so now I think it's going to ask us to increase the incline on the treadmill a little. I don't know if I've missed it. Did anyone see it ask me to increase the incline? I'm sure it does at some point in this workout. It asks me to go up. So if you're new to all this, look on the left hand side of the screen, you can see stars. 6 out of 13 stars. Your goal is to complete each section of the workout correctly as prescribed, and then you win your star. So that's how structured workouts work on Zwift. I mean, if you're a member of a running club then you do these sessions every week. You do interval sessions, you do sessions where you're asked to do a certain speed or a certain distance or a certain time, and then recover and then do that again. Same on Zwift, just a few more incentives like getting your stars, and having the beautiful scenery of Watopia as well to look at while you're on your treadmill. Far more interesting than just doing a workout on your treadmill looking at a blank wall or a YouTube video. Right, here we go with 4 minutes at 13.9. Let's go. And we're increasing the treadmill's incline to 1% now. So we've got to run for 4 minutes at this pace, and then we get another 1 minute walk. So the program, we'll start with a baseline run, then there are 8 workouts. The baseline and the finish line runs are your milestone events to start and end the academy. So you get a baseline run, then you get 8 workouts, and then you get a finish line run. 5 kilometers. So you measure your improvement between the first one and the last one.
For giving my dad a ride on.
Apologies, I don't know what that was all about. We're still going. 1.5 minutes left of this little section. So 12 minutes to go to the end of the workout, 1 minute to go of this section. And then we'll take a short rest. Yeah, press the wrong key. Mark Mansueto, good evening to you. So if you're just joining, we're doing the Zwift Academy orientation run. Anyone new to structured workouts, we're just showing you what you can do with a Zwift workout. 20 seconds to go. Okay, and back down to a walk. Oh, it does say jog for 1 minute, walk or jog. So let's just jog very slowly. So the next thing to do is 2 minutes at 13.9. So the same speed, but for half as long. I don't know whether they're going to ask us to increase the incline even more. They might do. These workouts are all designed by resident Zwift coach Terence Mahone and Jennifer Rhymes. Okay, 3% incline for 2 minutes at 13.9. Let's go. Here we go, 2 minutes. This is going to hurt a little bit. Uh, 90 seconds to go. Right, come on, if you want to do a hard workout tonight, get on to Breaking Point with Ryan Downey. It's a tough workout, but it's definitely worth doing. "30 seconds to go." Yeah, as you can see on this text in front of you, all the workouts for the Run Academy will be in your workout folder on your local machine. So on your iPad, iPhone, or computer. Okay, there we go. Okay, we have 1 minute recovery, and then we've got 1 minute at 16.5 kilometers an hour. And I think, are we staying at 3%, do you think? Amy is resting for Sunday. Good choice. Amy, remind me what you're doing on Sunday. Because it's the London Marathon on Sunday. And if you don't already know, there are a ton of Zwifters, a ton of Zwift runners, all going up to Scotland to run the Loch Ness Marathon. And I will be joining them tomorrow morning. Right, 16.5. I should have been on that a bit earlier, actually. So we're still at 3% elevation, incline. "15 seconds. I'm sure they haven't told me to reduce the incline yet. So Amy is doing the virtual London on Sunday. Good luck, Amy. Enjoy it. Right, if they don't tell me to reduce the incline in a minute, I'm going to do it myself anyway. Jeff is resting for parkrun tomorrow. Okay, incline down. I must have missed the instruction. I bet I didn't have to do 16 and a half at 3%. I bet I didn't. Christoph, where is the incline displayed? I can't see the incline. So Christoph is telling me, and I think I saw it actually, that they mentioned it in the text, that you can see incline on the screen. But where? Above the requested speed square. Okay. But it's not saying anything at the moment. Yeah, where it says 11.6 now, it doesn't say any incline there now, does it? But it doesn't say zero incline. I'll have to look back at the video because I can't see it from my camera is in the way, so it might be that I just couldn't see it properly. Yeah, so I can see the grey box, but I'm assuming that now during the cool down there's nothing listed there. I mean, tell me if I'm being an idiot and it is there and I can't see it. Right, guys, I'll check back on the video and have a look at it from earlier. Okay, so Sebastian says the incline is displayed where it now is written cool down. Okay, thank you. I'll check that out next time. I hadn't noticed that, but I did see on the screen, it did say that you should be able to see the incline on the screen. And I looked, but I couldn't see it. But it is because I've got a camera. This camera here is right in front of that box, so... Well, no, it isn't right in front of it, it's just slightly in front of it. So if I lean to one side, I can see where it says cool down. I'll note for next time, thank you everyone. So, much appreciated to people who run on Zwift, the Zwift community, who often know more than people like me, who are supposed to know everything. But those who watch my stream regularly will know that, you know, I make it up as I go along half the time. One minute to go. Cooling down, just slowing down the pace, allowing your heart rate to come down. Just allowing your muscles to relax. And that is what a structured workout looks like on Zwift. So if you sign up to the Zwift Academy, you can head over to zwift.com/academy, and there you can sign up to any of the academies, the Run Academy, the Ride Academy, or the Triathlon Academy. You can do all three if you want. I know some people who do, but that's an awful lot of training, and I would argue probably not the healthiest. If you're training for an event, then doing 3 lots of structured workouts for separate things every week is not really a sensible thing to do, unless you just you work hard at one of them and then you take the others dead easy. But again, that kind of defeats the object, doesn't it? Okay, so that is, and you can see on screen a representation of what speeds you've done. So the fastest we went today was 17 kilometers an hour early on, and then you can see the red line, that's my heart rate. So that's just telling me how hard I worked during the session, and the highest my heart rate got to was to 166 beats per minute. So that is it. That's how you do a Zwift Academy run program workout. And it all starts on October the 4th. So that's Monday. The first workouts will drop. Well, they'll probably drop on Sunday night into your folder. You can either do them whenever you want from the workout folder at your own leisure, or you can do each workout in a group situation online with other people all at the same time. So you either do them on your own, or you can do them in a group with lots of other people, and that's usually the best way to do them because you're with people, you are able to get support, you're able to chat as well if you can text or do text to speech to text while you're running. Often there's great banter on these workouts, it's lots of fun. So do sign up for the Zwift Run Academy. And we'll see you, what day is it today? Friday. I am off to Scotland tomorrow, so I am going to see... Actually, hang on 2 seconds. Let me just do something. Just resetting my buttons. I'm off to Scotland tomorrow morning, so I'm going to join the guys from Team Nessie doing the Loch Ness Marathon. I'm not going to run the Loch Ness Marathon. I'm going to take my camera, I'm going to film them, I'm going to take photographs, get a lot of stuff onto Facebook and Instagram of the Team Nessie from Zwift doing the Loch Ness Marathon on Sunday. I will be back down here on Monday. Probably not in time to do a workout on Monday, so I will miss the first day of Zwift Academy run program, but I will be on Tuesday, so back on Tuesday, unless I get an earlier flight on Monday, but more than likely Tuesday we'll be back for Film My Run 500 in the morning, and then no doubt one of the Zwift Academy workouts in the evening. So take care until then. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Sebastian. Seb says, greetings to your wife and have a nice weekend. Thank you. Amy says, have a good weekend, everyone. Tina says, have a good trip. Thank you. Christoph says, I do all 3 of them, but I'm not a good biker, so will get me a little bit better. Can be combined as it is one week on, 1 week off. Is that right? Week on, week off. Anyway, enjoy your trip to Scotland, he says. Looking forward to the stream. Thank you very much. John Heaton, hi Stephen, and goodbye. Been watching whilst running with ZLDR. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you on Tuesday. But we'll see, if you're watching the Zwift Runners Facebook page, we will no doubt do some live streams from Scotland on Saturday or Sunday. So we'll see you then. Take care. Bye bye.